Mickey Mouse
It
now.
is.
Look, one ear.
I'm not going to show Debbie in the hospital. Oh, sorry, buddy. I just wanted to film your beautiful face. He's already ready for bed. Oh, man. That's what happens when you skip the nap, buddy. But my plants are looking awesome. I gotta pick out some stuff out of them, but they look really good. We went to Kohl's today. Cause I went there not that long ago because I was really surprised because I found some cute boys things. And they're really inexpensive, like $5 a shirt or something like that. But I got Graham this shirt. He's got Graham. You okay? This shirt. Graham, this shirt. Felix already has this one. They say 16, but they really were not 16. They were like 5 or something like that. At least they were the last time we went. I didn't really look, but Felix has this one, and then I saw it for Graham. Graham wears either a 5 or 6. I don't really. Sometimes he wears a 5, and sometimes he wears a 6. They're like kind of the same. Hey, Graham, stop that. Then I got him this shirt, which is nice. And then Felix, we only got a couple things. I think just this shirt right here. It's like a little collared one, which is really cute. And then this little t-shirt. And then I went over to the girls section because I don't like pictures on shirts, and I know. So, but then we went over to the girls section, and in the girls section, none of the shirts, like, you see how I like shirts that are just like plain, no imagery, maybe some stripes, like that's as much as I like. I like, you know, 2 tones, things like that. Girls stuff, it had crap all over it, like words and like shiny stuff, and I'm like, oh man, that sucks. So girls stuff wasn't cute, but they have some good boy stuff if you're looking for it. Okay. Oh gosh, go throw it away, buddy. Oh my god, he's out of his way. Are you walking from thing to thing? You're doing such a good job, buddy. No walking like without assistance, but he's doing really good this way. Just... Oh really? Graham, not in his face too much. Graham's been a little bad today. Not necessarily bad, but just not as good of a listener as he normally is. Where are you going? Oh, he's going for your water. Good job. Do you want anything else, buddy, or is that all you wanted?
I want ice cream.
I'm trying to text Daddy because I don't know what we're doing. Okay. Out of your mind. Out of your mind. He's going for your water again, Graham. I'm not worried about it still working, buddy. I just didn't want it to spill all over. Okay.
He got it.
Are you thirsty, Felix? You got some? Good. What do you want, Clyde Pie? You want some turkey? Graham had just really boring dinner. Turkey and pickles and tomatoes. Ow! I hurt my lower back really badly. He ate all the pickles. Ate most of the turkey. Here. Oh, God. I can't bend over. Oh, my God, it's in your hair. It's already like, why do you keep doing that, Clyde? Just get, oh, gosh, everyone. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's gonna be slippery. Hey, Graham, can you go grab a towel real quick? I don't want your brother to like slip since everything's so wet. Thank you, buddy. Oh my gosh, is that fun? You're making messes, Felix. I'm gonna put these things in the... Oh, you want one? Which one do you want? What? Oh my gosh, my back. Oh my gosh. My back hurts because I had to hold him all day yesterday. Hurt my lower back. And then I would put him in the baby Bjorn carrier today because he wasn't quite ready to wake up from a nap yet. And I woke him up. And so I'm like, oh, he's not going to really want to go any, down. So I put him in the baby Bjorn. And then after that, I'm like, oh, this was a bad idea. Getting too heavy. Ugh.
Down below it.
I'm trying to text Brian and he's not answering the phone.
I will get it.
His parents are supposed to come over. I don't know if they are anymore because Felix is supposed to bed at 7. It's 6:45 right now. I'm like, can I get Felix ready for bed or are we doing something? And Brian sucks. Oh, there he is. Dumb face. Ugh. Felix's shorts are from Kohl's also. They're a little bit big, but I like that they're that heathered blue. His top is by Splendid, but matched pretty well, huh? Pretty well. Watch your head. At least this glass table has no edge. Oh, my back hurts. What'd you get there?
Sky diamond.
What'd you get there?
Sky diamond.
Oh.
I said I want to keep one of the toys out.
Yeah, well, you still have other toys out.
How many?
Where are you going, Felix? What's he going for? He's gonna fall on that little noggin. What are you doing, noggin boy?
His name, I call him Nugget.
You call him Nugget?
Little Nugget. Nugget.
Watch your feet.
Nugget the Nugget. Oh.
Are you spinning it? Felix is doing the spin. I don't know how to do it. Nope.
I'll show you.
No, I'm better at it than you.
Please. I'm better.
What are you supposed to do if you want something?
May I have it?
Sit back, sit back, sit back. We're gonna teach. You don't grab things from people, do you?
May I have it, please?
No, tell me. Look at me. You're not even looking at me. You're watching the show. You're watching the show. Oh my gosh, you're hard to deal with.
Now I'm looking at the camera.
Okay, tell me.
May I have it, please?
Have what? You need to say.
The spinner.
Say it all together.
May I have the spinner?
Yes, you may, but please don't grab
I'll
it from
show
me, okay?
you.
Hold on, let me get his daddy again. Oh. Let me see, Graham. Show me how you do it. Okay. Why? Okay. All right. Okay. Goodbye. I was on my way to my dad's house. What day was that? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. I was on my way to my dad's house and it takes me like 30 minutes to get there. And I was like 5 minutes away from his house. Or, well, it's Addie and my dad's house, but we were going to see Papa. And then she calls me and she's like, I need you to come back to the store. My nose is bleeding really bad. And so I'm like, are you sure? Do you need me to come back?
Yeah,
So then I
pretty
turned
sure.
around, took 30 minutes to come back to the store because I had just been here. And her nose was still bleeding. And then she didn't want to leave the store. She just wanted me to stay here to make sure, like, if customers or something came in. it'd be good. And then I kept checking on her, and her nose is still bleeding. So probably like, then it's an hour in, and her nose is still bleeding. So we go, then she finally says, okay, I'll go. That's fine. So we go to the walk-in clinic, and they're like, no, we can't help you here.
It was bleeding very bad.
Yeah, it was bleeding bad.
Very
It was coming out of her mouth because it was bleeding so badly.
Uh,
And then we go to the hospital because, you know, that's the next step. Got to make sure everything's
the
okay.
emergency room.
The emergency room.
It was a horrible experience.
So Debbie had to go there, and her nose probably didn't stop bleeding for like 3 hours.
I think 4.
Because when we got
Even
there,
longer than that because then we sat.
well, when we got there, you have to go in a triage, I guess is what they call it first. And her blood pressure, the guy took it and he's like, I don't think that's right. Let me do it on the other arm. So then he did it on the other arm. And as he's doing it, he's like, oh, we might have to go to APOD too. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? That does not sound good. But then she didn't have to go to the APOD, whatever that is. But her blood pressure was really high. Like it was 199 over something.
At one point it was even.
It was
over
2
200.
something over something. I don't know, but it was bad. So it's bad blood pressure. But we had to, she had to have her blood pressure monitored. They gave her some blood pressure medicine, and her nose eventually just stopped bleeding. But before that, the doctor like went in her nose like with all this stuff to like look in there, and he's like, it's bleeding too heavily. And then he asked her to blow her nose and like just a little bit. And then blood's pouring out.
It was awful.
That was gross.
Awful. And then they put these big sticks on my nose, so I looked like Pinocchio. I didn't even look in the mirror. Although the room didn't have a mirror, I think that's your benefit.
Yeah.
Oh,
But she eventually we left the hospital with her blood pressure still being like really, really high. Where the nurse said, or Debbie's like, well, is he going to give me something to take a prescription for my blood pressure? And the nurse said, if he doesn't, it's an oversight. And then the doctor didn't give her anything for her blood pressure, but it was still really high, and she felt uncomfortable. So we drove back to the store. And
no, we didn't.
Yeah, we drove back here first.
We did?
Yep.
That's how bad I was.
We drove back here first, and then we drove to another doctor who was really great.
It was way, way out the highway.
Yeah.
It was a recommendation, which was a good one.
Yeah, he was a really good doctor, and he just basically gave her a little bit of medicine for her blood pressure, and it brought it down a little bit. But when we got to there, her blood pressure was still in the like 199. And he brought it down to 180 or something like that.
And the 180s.
And the nurse was like, you might have to go back to the hospital.
And the doctor, they were all like, nobody from one office to a hospital or whatever wants to say negative things about where you came from.
Yeah.
Because they're all like a family. But it was so evident that it'd be like not wanting to say stop it to somebody, but you have to say stop it. Do your job, butto.
Yeah.
But that doctor at the hospital didn't.
He was
have very-
fine. He was fine. You don't even know what he was doing. He was fine. But like the one thing that was funny was like, he's like, I think your blood pressure is really high, so I want to give you something to relax you a little bit before I do any of this other stuff, like stick the other stuff up her nose. Well, then he comes back in the room, sticks the thing up her nose before he gives her the medicine to calm her down. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. But like he stuck something up her nose, and it looked so
big,
uncomfortable.
too. Like it would be like a really long tampon.
Yeah, it looked like a tampon
But
going up her
it
nose.
was plastic.
Yeah.
It was awful. And couldn't get it up because I must have something.
He said that her nose was too narrow in there to get it like up.
So then he was going to do this other horrible thing of packing my nose. And
But he
so-
said he didn't look like he wanted to do that to you. He said to her, he's like, your nose stopped bleeding. I don't see anywhere that it's bleeding from. So he didn't have to cauterize it or anything, but it just stopped bleeding, I think, because they got her blood pressure a little bit down. But he said, you can go home. Most 80% chance your nose won't bleed again, or I can pack it, which will be kind of uncomfortable, and then you'll have to have it removed on Monday.
Are you kidding me?
So he didn't seem like he wanted to do the packing of your nose, but it was really up to you.
It was horrible.
He wasn't, but he didn't, the only thing is like her blood pressure was so high that like he didn't give her anything to lower her blood pressure, which seemed like crazy, but he didn't want to say you had a high blood pressure, but apparently she does, and that's what caused a severe bloody nose. Didn't know.
They said that it doesn't necessarily correlate. It could have just been that I had high blood pressure.
Well, the one nurse seemed to think it was because of the high blood pressure.
Right. It's, like a...
And she said you probably have had to have high blood pressure for a while now. It just didn't probably like happen.
Show up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But so when you go to the grocery store or the drugstore, definitely check your blood pressure.
Well, I bought Debbie a machine yesterday for her blood pressure.
Come here and you can use my machine.
Yeah, I bought her.
Lorraine and I will doctor you up.
Hers, this morning we checked it. It wasn't too bad, right?
No. But then when I went home last night to my husband, well, we checked it in the afternoon yesterday.
Yeah, and it was pretty good.
Lorraine,
It
it got quite a bit better. Not great, but it was definitely improved. I get home, walk in the door, take it again. Just being around my husband, it raised it again. Then this morning he tried talking to me, and I said, and I love him, honestly, and everything is fine. But I said, please don't talk to me. I think you raised my blood pressure. Yikes.
But now she's on a little bit of medication, and then when are you going to go see another doctor?
Well, the other thing that they did to me, the reason why I had to go see that nice doctor is the doctor in the hospital gave me a name of somebody. And
No, the doctor didn't give it to you. The nurse did, because the nurse that said that he thought the doctor had an oversight by not giving you anything for your blood pressure. He wrote down a name of I don't know, probably a specialist of some sort. And he said, when you get in the car, and he asked me if I was driving. He's like, you're driving, right? And I said, yeah. When you get in the car, you call immediately to this person and tell them you were referred by the ER. Like, he knew that your blood pressure was probably bad.
And so I guess Lorraine told them how bad it was. But, they couldn't see me till August.
You called.
Oh, I called. Yeah.
Do you not remember?
Call me crazy, but I didn't remember coming back here. But yeah, they, if you choose to be a doctor, I think if somebody is in severe problem.
Well, when we were leaving the hospital too, she was walking out. She looked crazy as she was walking out. Like, you looked still like pretty sickly as you were walking out of the hospital. And the guy that's like the person that helps in the waiting room, he like walked out behind us and he's like, are you okay? Is everything? And I'm like, yeah, we're fine. Okay. But he followed us out, I think, to make sure you were okay, because you didn't look so good still.
No, I didn't look good at all. I thought that the doctor, then I went back.
She wouldn't
to
let
the
me
doctor.
take a picture of her laying in the bed.
I think she did take one picture.
I do. I have it on my phone.
If you ever post that, I will.
I have one of your shoes.
Kill you.
I'm going to post the one of your shoes.
I will kill you. What a bad experience, but don't hesitate when you go in a drugstore or...
And then the one nurse at the hospital, though, like, she kept trying to feed Felix. I'm like, he really doesn't like food. Like, he just doesn't. And then she's like, let's get him a popsicle. She didn't ask even how old he was or anything. Let's get him a popsicle. Like,
He's
okay.
never had one before.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. He didn't like it. And then she's like, oh, he didn't like that. Okay. I'm going to get him some apple juice and some graham crackers. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. We'll try it. And then he wouldn't eat any.
Then they brought him a bear.
Oh, yeah, that was an EMT.
Oh.
It was an EMT that came in and dropped someone off. He saw me probably walking down the hallway, and he came back with a bear. And I felt bad because I was on the phone, and I said thank you to him, but I really, I was on the phone.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So that's Sarasota EMT.
Yeah. It was really nice.
Yeah. Well, the doctor that I like, he's involved here on the island, too.
Oh, you're lucky.
I'm
I liked
gonna say,
him a lot. He was really nice. I liked him.
If he would just come here and see me, that would be great. He does come. He does work at the club. He helps them with things, and he does work with the fire department here. Not as a fireman or anything, but he helps them with stuff.
Yeah.
And I maybe assume training or something, and maybe he could do, store calls.
I asked Brian's parents yesterday, because they're the ones that recommended him. They've been going to him for 37 years. I'm like, how old is he? He's like, I'm not. She's like, yeah, he
And then
he looks really
"Well, I
good.
guess running 2 stores is pretty stressful.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think being a doctor would be a little bit more stressful than running 2 stores, but whatever.
Okay.